What's up, everybody? It's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Leech as a part of my Does It Suck series. The Leech is a legendary Maliwan grenade available from both the Warrior and Handsome Sorcerer commonly, and other world drop loot sources as well, obviously. Now, this particular weapon is, like I said, a Maliwan grenade, and like all other Maliwan grenades, it does provide healing. However, it does that much differently than a standard transfusion grenade, which obviously creates transfusion trails that then the player then needs to catch in order to receive that healing. The Leech provides direct healing, but only when it's actually dealing damage to enemies, and because of that, it does seem to take a little bit of time for the healing to start, and we'll probably see that here as we work through the Washburn Refinery with our Bone of the Ancients and Expert Grenadier comm to boost the damage of the grenade. We will be evaluating its potency both as a kill weapon and a weapon for healing as well, or a tool for healing, perhaps. Anywho, let's see how many grenades it takes to kill this guy. I threw 2 right there, and you can see it takes a little while for the child grenades to zoom in on him, and then they still didn't do that much damage. They do some damage over time and stuff, but obviously I think it would be much preferable for the damage to be done immediately. And so that's something interesting to keep in mind. Beyond that, the grenade doesn't always send the child grenades to the enemy that you initially threw it at, and that can be a little bit irritating in my mind because it's a lot better, in my opinion, to concentrate your damage on one target at a time. It mitigates the potential for health regeneration, but you can see that even though I'm throwing some of the grenades way back there, it's coming up all the way to this power loader up here, which I do not find to be effective at all. And we might be able to evaluate the healing now, so that's kind of cool. But one interesting thing to note is it takes a moment from when you first throw a grenade to when that grenade is actually healing you. And as you can see, because the grenades aren't necessarily going at what I throw them at, some of them are going to enemies who aren't even slagged, and as a result of that, I feel like we're missing a lot of potential damage with this weapon. So I'll back up, let that guy explode. Might as well throw 1 or 2 at this guy, or 3, because it's not going to kill him. And that puts me in a little bit of a weird spot, because now I'm out of grenades. Let's go ahead and pick this up. And that guy died as well. So that's good. But, like, obviously we don't have enough grenades, so we'll let this guy get a little bit closer to us. And then I'm going to kill him. Perfect. That'll give me follow through, and it pushed me a little bit in the right direction. I'm just going to come back here and restock on grenades so that we have 20 grenades going forward. Perfect. Not necessary, but because I killed that exploder in such a way, it should have let us evaluate the speed at which this heals us. So I'm going to throw it now, and you can see it took a minute before it actually filled me up. So it takes a good period of time before the grenades you're actually throwing heal you. And so in a pinch, it's definitely not enough to save you within the health gate invincibility time window, you know what I mean? And that's interesting to note because that's the most crucial time to be healed. So you have to preemptively hurt enemies with this grenade or preemptively use this grenade to have it really help you out in a pinch. But yeah, you could definitely play with it in that manner for certain. It's just worth noting that, you know, its healing doesn't happen immediately. And it's worth noting that its single target damage is just absolutely abysmal. I mean, I have follow through, so might as well buy some grenades. Otherwise, we're not even going to be able to kill that badass. But as you can see, it requires a lot of grenades to kill some enemies, especially since a lot of those child grenades choose, rather irritatingly, to attack enemies that you didn't even throw them at. And that's just aggravating. Perfect. So that's dead, and we can move forward now. Shouldn't be any more enemies in this room, and that's good. We'll definitely see how many grenades it takes to kill this badass up here. I'm guessing, like, literally in the neighborhood of 10. But we'll see.
Autogun deployed.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3... Just release them all, you know, and you can see how it's taken a lot of time to really wear into him here. That's 10 grenades. Maybe when all is said and done, it will have worn him down and killed him. But you can see, I mean, it took 10 whole grenades to kill him. And that's pretty bad. There aren't too many level 80 grenades that Axton would take 10 to kill a super badass loader with, especially since it is, corrosive. And we didn't get any grenades from that box there. So I'm just going to grab this one grenade here too, since I know it's here. Perfect. Now we have 12, plus whatever in those 3 boxes up ahead. So we're hoping for some grenades in those boxes. I didn't pay too much attention when I opened them, but we will see. I definitely expect running out of grenades in the staged loader area, but I could be wrong. Wow. 13 grenades. That's pretty damn poor. But maybe we can make it work. Who knows? First step's going to be a turret on this back wall. That should wake that dude up, get him slagged, put a little bit of damage on him before I even get in grenade range. Perfect. Obviously, I could have thrown the grenade from pretty far back, but I kind of wanted to watch what it did. Really, the fact that some of the child grenades are just trying to go up to that enemy up top there, that's really irritating to me. Obviously, there is an enemy up there. If you work all the way around, you'd see him. But it's aggravating for certain to have to miss grenade damage because of stuff like that. So we'll try to get these guys kind of grouped up here, just so that we can manage the slag on both of them, definitely. And also, hopefully the child grenades will have minimal travel time so that we mitigate the health regeneration as much as possible. So we finally killed them both, and it got us down to 4 grenades, which is good because now grenade drops should be somewhat limited or somewhat frequent from these enemies here, which would be definitely really nice. Alright, so we got at least 1 grenade there. That's definitely a good thing. I needed to reload that. Ooh, that one took a weird route at me. Whatever. Let him blow up. Perfect. Hopefully he dropped a grenade. That put us at 5. I think there's at least a couple more out there. So that's a good thing. Alright, let's break line of sight with this fool. Get him nice and confused there. Definitely need to slag this dude since some of the grenades were going over to him. Same with that dude. It's just aggravating that they do that. I'm not a huge fan. Makes it hard to maintain slag on multiple enemies at once to really get the maximum potential out of the weapon. At least those child grenades will eventually go to something good, I guess. Cool. And he got slagged before they got there. That's good. What's not good is that we are once again out of grenades. Let that dude punch me once. I was hoping that would activate my big boom blaster. It didn't. You can see that since I already had some grenades out there, the health really came to me quickly there. One irritating thing is that I have absolutely no grenade ammo right now, and 3 enemies are spawned with no turrets, so that's aggravating. Just trying to collect those for the moment. Trying to get my grenade stash up a little bit. Alright. So now I'm low on health. We can determine how quickly this heals me. See how long after it was that I threw my first grenade that the health eventually came to me. That's just not something that I like at all. Also, I'm not liking how that's not killing enemies, so we gotta switch to a weapon here, and perhaps that's the intended use, that you throw a bunch of these grenades, get your health up, make it so that you're kind of tanky, that you really don't have to worry about enemies hurting you because you have so much healing out there and stuff. Maybe that's the point of it. Who knows? But obviously right now I'm having a lot of trouble using it effectively. So maybe we will have to, say we're going to put some grenades out there to get our healing up. Like maybe we'll put 3 or 4 or 5 even out there. Nope, just 4. We'll put a few grenades out there with our turret. And then we should be, perfectly healthy as we charge at him to use our, like Deepa or something to get damage on him now. And even if he stomped at me, the grenades would have healed me, And so that's kind of one way to use it effectively, I guess. Definitely stupid that I didn't recall my turret there, but whatever. where I wasn't able to. I put it in a spot where I couldn't reach it. There are 4 boxes pretty near to this little spot. 1 here, 2 down there, and then 1 just around the corner. So I'm going to try to open all of those and also open my escape route here while our turret kind of cools down. This got us up to 6 grenades, which isn't terrible, but I don't really think it's enough to kill enemies, especially since there are 2 of them. So I'm low on health. Throw this out there. Let the child grenades eventually hit something. And, you know, they do eventually heal me, so I guess that's good. But they do, like, almost no damage while they do it, so that's irritating. So maybe this is the deal. You get all that healing out there, and then you switch to a weapon like that and finish them off. And I guess it doesn't suck for that. If you're going to do that, though, I can't imagine why you would choose to use that over a standard transfusion. You know what I mean? The standard transfusion just seems superior to me. Absolutely. Especially since it does more damage. You know, like, I can't imagine a point in a transfusion or a legendary leech that does less damage than a transfusion, and it takes just as long, it seems, for the healing to actually come. So that's kind of weird. I purposely got myself lit on fire there so that I could get a few more grenades because we need them. Kind of risky play, obviously, but in this case, I do think it was necessary. So you can see what I mean about those grenades attacking an enemy that really doesn't even have slag yet, and how irritating that can be. That a grenade? Nope, that's a relic. It looked small enough to be a grenade, but obviously it wasn't. So, hopefully this guy can hit me with some fire. Perfect. That's bad, though. Alright, so now we can evaluate the healing again, so that's a good thing. We'll throw 1, 2, 3, 4 grenades, and you can see it definitely took a minute for that healing to get to me. So that's irritating. We'll clear these guys out since I'm out of grenades. Just keep in mind that, you know, I really did run completely out of grenades there. Even with my grenadier column boosting grenade capacity and such. So that's, you know, irritating, definitely. Alright, so we had the healing coming, and that's good. We'll throw a couple more heals against this guy, so that even as he shoots us here, we'll be healing, you know what I mean? And that's good. Alright, so there's kind of its ability to tank an enemy, you know what I mean? Like, that was kind of cool. I liked that. And so that's what I guess it could be good for, is stuff like that. When you have a tough enemy ahead, you could throw a few leeches at him, and then kind of charge up and face tank him, you know, because you have a bunch of healing coming in. And so I guess that is a good thing, you know, but again, if it came in slag, it would be so much more effective than it is like this. So I got my healing now. We'll go at him, and we'll finish him off. And I guess the damage over time is nice, you know, it helps you out during the times you're reloading and such, but you know what I mean? I would much prefer direct damage. It seems like it would be so much more effective. But, you know, it's okay. It's just, it's middle of the road. I don't think its niche is extremely useful. And, I don't know. You know, if the weapon's trying or isn't really useful for normal gameplay, and then its niche really isn't that effective, you know what I mean? Like, that's just not a great setup for an effective weapon. And you can see it's taken that many grenades to kill one enemy. And sure, I guess it's not meant to be a kill weapon, right? But on Axton, you know, with an expert grenadier column and a Bone of the Ancients, it should be doing a little bit more than that, I feel. Or I would at least like it to if I was to ever consider using this weapon. So, I don't know. It's definitely kind of weird. Oh crap, I'm not going to have enough money. We'll just sell those. Okay, so we'll stock up on grenades real quick, and then we'll head forward, and we'll determine how it does against the 4-player health scaling that we will be facing in this room. And I'm expecting it to do very, very poorly. One irritating thing that will happen in this room is the grenades choosing to attack enemies that aren't slagged, or enemies that are too far away for me to even think about slagging. So that will be aggravating. Definitely just going to put some grenades out there against this guy. Obviously, I have a ton of healing now, so perhaps now I'll switch to this and really wear into him like that. I'm trying to think about maybe using it with shield down skills or something like that, you know, to really try to get it to do something awesome, but it just doesn't seem like it will do something awesome even, you know, then. It's okay at keeping your health up, but I believe that it's inferior to a standard transfusion, 1. And 2, I just don't really like the way that you have to pause for just a moment before the healing comes. And also, I would like it to do a lot more damage than it does as well. The damage it's doing is just so abysmal to me, I just can't really find it effective. Alright, so let's get this out there. That should heal us eventually, and that's good, it did. We'll just throw a few more of these down the hall here, and then we'll charge at them. You know, we got healing coming now, so maybe we can get a kill. Not quite. That'll help with slag. We'll throw a couple more. So now we got the heals coming. We'll charge forward, and we'll kill this junk loader. Ooh, okay, so nothing's out there right now. Hopefully those child grenades don't hit me too hard. Alright, so obviously I'm healing right now because of preparation. But let's get this guy slagged, and then we'll throw a grenade and throw a second grenade. And we can see that it really, I guess it's not that long for the healing to come. So that's kind of cool. You don't have to catch a transfusion trail, which is sometimes aggravating. You know, it does happen no matter where you are. So that's neat. At the very least, you can heal around corners a little bit easier. Heal over obstacles perhaps a little bit easier. I just... the fact that it doesn't come in slag really takes away its primary use in my mind, which would be to get some healing going on enemies, but also to get enemies slagged. I don't know. It's okay. It's just, it's not great. I don't know if I would necessarily say it sucks. It definitely sucks as a just straight up killing weapon because, oh man, I went to grab my phone, it was buzzing, and I knocked over an empty can. Oh well. It's just not a very powerful weapon. I don't know. It's okay. It's not the worst weapon in the world. It's just definitely not a good one. I would be tempted to say it is borderline sucks just because I don't find it easy to work into any particular playstyle. I don't find it super effective. Obviously, if you're using a health lowering shield to really get the extreme health gating going, it might be super helpful for that, but overall, I just don't see it as a super valuable weapon at all. Definitely tell me what you think. As always, guys, I do thank you very much for watching. I do hope you subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Otherwise, I absolutely do hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.